There are so many different types of hair products on the market. Knowing what to use when is going to make the biggest difference when it comes to knowing what to expect out of your hair. There are hair masks, there are bond builders, there are peptide treatments. You might be too overwhelmed to even start, or you may just be using these treatments interchangeably, not really putting much thought into what they actually do. Instead of just guessing and potentially using the wrong treatment for your hair concerns, I'm going to break them down in a super simple way so that you can make the best decision for your hair type. I will mention some specific products in each category, but more than likely these overarching categories apply to something you might already have at home. When our hair gets damaged from color, from bleach, from heat, from other chemical services, from UV radiation or other environmental aggressors, it damages different parts of our hair structure. If you think of the structure of our hair like a ladder, we sustain damage on both these vertical rungs, which are the disulfide bonds, and the inner horizontal bars, which are like the polypeptide chains. I know this seems maybe a little too sciencey, but it's important to know the difference when we talk about the different categories of hair treatments. Let's talk about arguably one of the most common hair treatments, which is the at-home hair conditioning mask. These types of hair masks were the most advanced hair treatments I used at home for years. They're not too intimidating, they're easy to use, easy to find, usually at a good price point, and they're a great option for somebody who wants to take their hair routine just beyond their shampoo and conditioner. If your hair is feeling a bit dry, a bit dull, this is a fantastic product to add to your regimen to get some amplified results. Hair masks can help to give some temporary protection to the outside of the strands, temporarily protecting them from hair breakage. They're working at the outermost cuticle of the hair, so while they're not penetrating deeper and working on any inner structures of the hair, they can help to make your hair appear smoother and healthier overall. There's a couple that I use pretty often in my routine. The first one is the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Hair Mask. The texture is really rich and thick, and it helps me to apply it really evenly throughout the strands. After shampooing, you'll want to apply this from mid-shaft to ends and leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes before rinsing off. This one is really great for those who have really dry or damaged hair, especially from chemical services. This mask also does contain hydrolyzed proteins, which are great for moisturizing the hair, but also may penetrate a little bit deeper. I know what you're thinking, am I going to get protein overload? And the answer is that protein overload likely doesn't actually exist. So you can rest easy. But too much of a good thing, any product, any great hair product can lead to product buildup. This is of course not exclusive to protein treatments, but if you find that your hair is feeling brittle or dry, attempt using some sort of a clarifying shampoo first before you go on with your conditioning treatments. This is going to help to remove any product buildup that can be making your hair more brittle. Personally, I tend to use a clarifying shampoo about every 3 to 5 washes because I do use a lot of leave-in hair products and dry shampoos and things like that. I also happen to love the Mega Moisture Superfood Mask from the same brand, and this is a conditioning mask that doesn't have protein. It moisturizes really well and it smells phenomenal. Both of these are conditioning masks, so they work to form a film around the hair strand, helping it to look healthier and shinier. And while these don't penetrate deeper, causing any real repair in those bonds, I do feel that they have a significant place in a good hair regimen. Next up, bond builders. Bond builders really took the industry by storm when they came on the market because they can actually bypass that cuticle and work on some of the deeper layers of the hair structure. Do you remember our ladder analogy? Well, when our hair is chemically damaged or we sustain heat damage, it can break those all-important disulfide bonds. Breakage of these disulfide bonds can lead to visibly dry, damaged, crunchy, or frizzy hair. Bond builders can actually work below the surface of the hair to help to repair these disulfide bonds, which is going to lead to a temporary improvement in the hair's appearance. You can think of this as a little temporary bridge that's built between the two ends of the broken disulfide bond. I personally love the Redken acidic bonding concentrate. The brand sent me their whole kind of acidic bonding line. I kind of fell in love with the shampoo and conditioner and the concentrate, and ever since they sent it, that 3-step system has kind of maintained in my rotation of hair products. The concentrate is actually a pre-shampoo treatment that's applied to damp hair before you go on and use shampoo and conditioner. You'll want to leave it on for about 5 to to 10 minutes before shampooing, and it can help to temporarily repair those disulfide bonds. And of course, there's Olaplex number 3, everyone's favorite but now wildly controversial bond builder. I still love my Olaplex. Again, this is a pre-shampoo treatment that's going to help repair those weakened disulfide bonds in the hair. Depending on your hair type, you're going to have to kind of find what frequency of these products works the best. If your hair is more damaged, then you're looking at probably a weekly treatment. When you go down the spectrum of hair damage, as it becomes less and less damaged, you may only need it monthly or even less. It's really about titrating the frequency and finding what works best for your hair. Next up is peptide treatments. You've undoubtedly seen the K18 peptide mask all over your For You page, and you're probably wondering if there's any reason to add it into your routine when you're seemingly doing all the things already. So K18 is a biomimetic peptide that actually works even deeper than the bond building treatments can. Past our disulfide bonds lay our polypeptide chains, which are really responsible for the hair's strength and elasticity. After years of testing the keratin proteome, the peptide that is now the K18 peptide was found to have the right composition of cysteines, the right structure, and the right size to fit in and bind these keratin chains. Because this process happens by repair of covalent bonds, this is much less likely to wash off with your shampoo. In fact, this peptide actually mimics the hair's own structure, which is why the results are able to last you through multiple shampoos. To use this product, you're going to want to first shampoo, unlike the others, to really give your hair a clean base to start, and then starting with only 1 pump, maximum 4 pumps depending on the length and the thickness of your hair, you'll want to apply it evenly all over your strands. The kicker is with this product you don't want to shampoo, which might be a little bit difficult to get used to. I know it was hard for me in the beginning, but once I started to use it and saw the repair it was giving my hair, then conditioner who. I won't go into too much detail here because I do have a video detailed on how to use the K18 peptide treatment, so I will link that down below. But it's easy to see why this relatively pricey product kind of became a cult favorite and really popular really fast. All in all, I think that there is room for all of these product categories in our hair care routines. If you're somebody that's on a budget, I would say go for the moisturizing mask first because they are relatively accessible, they are sometimes a lower price point, and you can really help to improve the appearance of your hair in the meantime. And once your budget allows, honestly, I would go straight to the K18 peptide because you're going to get the best repair of your damaged hair with this treatment. That's all for my deep dive into these 3 different types of hair treatments. Please, if you found this video helpful, like, comment, share it, subscribe. I'm a little late to the YouTube game because I've been prioritizing all these other platforms for so long, but I really wanted a place where I can give some longer answers that could kind of live somewhere that I could direct people who undoubtedly have the same questions. So if you found this useful, please show it some love, and as always, leave a comment below with any questions or topics you'd like me to cover.